Have you ever woken up one day with that feeling that something was wrong, even though you couldn't explain it? Sometimes your body whispers, other times it screams. And when it comes to your liver, those screams can sound like silence until it's too late. This video is not just any old informative content, it's a warning, an alert that can literally save your life. Because today you're going to discover the 12 definitive signs that indicate the presence of liver cancer. Signs that many people ignore every day. Signs that are mistaken for fatigue, poor diet, or simple aging. But that in fact may be hiding a deadly enemy, acting silently within you. And the more you ignore it, the more it grows. This video is for those who value their own life, for those who love someone and don't want to lose them due to ignorance, and for those who understand that information, in many cases, is the only weapon against death. What you're about to hear here may be uncomfortable, it may shock you, it may remind you of someone. And that's the intention. Because if until now you thought that liver cancer only affected people with serious health problems, you need to rethink that thought now. Liver cancer is among the most silent, most deadly, and most ignored types of cancer. And the scariest thing, it often develops in apparently healthy bodies. People like you, like someone you love. And that's why you need to know each symptom, because the body always warns you. The problem is that we don't learn to listen. But today, that's going to change, and you'll no longer ignore what really matters. Liver cancer is like an enemy in disguise. It doesn't make noise, it doesn't warn with alarm, it doesn't arrive destroying everything at once. It sets in stealthily, silently, hiding behind symptoms that often seem common, harmless, and temporary. And that's precisely why it kills so many people. Most people only discover they have liver cancer when it's already at an advanced stage. And do you know why? Because the signs were there, but no one knew how to recognize them. The liver is an essential organ, responsible for more than 500 vital functions in our body. It filters toxins, stores energy, helps with digestion, and even regulates hormones. But at the same time, it's an organ that doesn't complain easily. It can handle a lot, until it can't handle anymore. And when it starts to fail, the symptoms appear subtly, like small cries for help that, if ignored, turn into cries of despair. In recent years, cases of liver cancer have increased dramatically. And no, it's not just among people with chronic hepatitis or alcohol problems. Poor diet, a sedentary lifestyle, obesity, the accumulation of environmental toxins, and even chronic stress are directly linked to an increased risk. It's not just a disease of vulnerable groups, it's a threat to everyone, including you. That's why this video is so necessary, because no one talks about it. No one teaches you how to identify the signs, and the result is devastating, lives lost due to lack of information. But you're here now, and you're about to learn, one by one, the signs your body may be giving you. And when you know what to look for, you'll have the power to act before it's too late, and maybe even save someone. So stay until the end, because the last symptom is the most dangerous and the most ignored. Watch until the end, because it's not just your life that could depend on it. Sometimes, a simple video like this can remind you of someone, a friend, a relative, someone at work, who is going through this without knowing it. And then, with a simple attitude, you can make the difference between a tragic end and a new beginning. What's more, what we're going to show you here is not just a list of symptoms. It's a map, a guide to understanding what your body is trying to tell you. And by the end of this video, you'll also know what to do, which doctor to see, what test to order, and how to act urgently if any of these signs appear. Believe me, this knowledge can be the line that separates fear from hope, pain from healing, losing a chance to fight. Now, let's get started. The first sign you need to watch out for is loss of appetite and sudden, unexplained weight loss. If you are not dieting or exercising intensely, and yet you notice that you are losing weight rapidly, this is a warning sign. Liver cancer directly affects the body's metabolism, making it difficult to absorb nutrients and decreasing appetite. Many people think that this is a thing of age or stress, but loss of muscle mass and sudden thinness can be symptoms of something much more serious. The body is trying to survive, but it is unable to feed itself properly, and this causes a slow and dangerous collapse. This symptom alone is enough to warrant a thorough medical investigation, and it should not be ignored for even another week. The second, even more visible sign is jaundice. When your eyes and skin start to turn yellow, it means that there is a buildup of bilirubin in your blood, a substance that your liver should be processing but isn't. This symptom is one of the most visually frightening, but many people misinterpret it, thinking that it could just be a skin problem or something temporary, but it isn't. Jaundice is one of the loudest signals that your liver gives when it's failing. If you or someone close to you has noticed yellow skin or eyes, you need to see a doctor right away, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, the third symptom is abdominal swelling, known as ascites. When the liver begins to fail, it stops producing essential proteins that maintain fluid balance in the body. As a result, the abdomen begins to swell, often subtly at first, but over time becoming visibly distended. The person may feel pressure inside, have difficulty breathing, or even think they've gained weight, when in fact they're accumulating fluid. In more advanced stages, this fluid needs to be removed with needles. It's painful, risky, and completely preventable if the symptom is recognized early enough. Now that you know the three most visible signs, let's talk about what feels like inside, but which can also be a clear warning that your liver is in danger. The fourth sign is extreme fatigue. That feeling of exhaustion that doesn't go away, even after sleeping well, taking a day off, or spending the day resting. This fatigue is different from regular tiredness. It's a heavy exhaustion, as if something were draining your vital energy. This happens because the liver, when it's sick, can't properly filter toxins from the blood, and these toxins start to circulate throughout the body, affecting the muscles, brain, and even emotional disposition. The person feels exhausted, without the strength to do even simple tasks. And again, this symptom is often attributed to stress, work, or age. But the truth is that it can be the beginning of a liver failure. The fifth sign is constant nausea and frequent vomiting. And here we are not talking about feeling unwell after eating something heavy. It is a recurring, almost daily sensation that comes with no apparent explanation. A compromised liver interferes with the digestive system, making digestion slower, unbalanced, and toxic. As a result, the body reacts with nausea and the urge to vomit, even when eating light foods. People with this symptom may start to avoid meals, which makes the situation even worse. This discomfort is one of the main signs that there is something wrong with the internal functions of the liver. The sixth symptom is pain in the upper right part of the abdomen, which can radiate to the back. This pain is often ignored or treated as muscular pain, especially when it intensifies after heavy meals. However, when the liver has a tumor growing, it begins to press on the surrounding tissues, causing constant pain, pressure, and even a feeling of heaviness. Over time, this pain becomes more frequent, more noticeable, and begins to interfere with the person's quality of life. They avoid moving, eating, or even lying down in certain ways, and all of this is the body trying to warn you. Now, let's talk about some strange signs that no one associates with the liver at first glance, but they should. Starting with the seventh symptom, dark urine. When the liver is unable to metabolize bilirubin, it is eliminated through urine, which acquires a dark color, often compared to the color of cola. It is a clear sign that there is something wrong with the way the body is eliminating toxins. The problem? Many people think that this has to do with dehydration or lack of water, and they waste precious time without seeking help. The eighth symptom is the opposite, pale or whitish stools. Normally, stools are brown in color due to bile, which is processed by the liver. When this bile does not reach the intestine due to blockages or liver failure, the result is pale, pasty, and sometimes even oily stools. This is not normal and should not be ignored. It is a sign that something very serious is preventing your digestive system from functioning properly. And as you have already seen, this can be directly linked to liver cancer. The ninth sign is less obvious, but equally alarming: intense and constant itching of the skin. It may seem harmless, but the truth is that this itching is caused by the accumulation of bile salts in the bloodstream, something that only happens when the liver is seriously compromised. This itching does not improve with creams, nor does it go away on its own. It attacks especially at night, on the legs, back, and arms. And the more time passes, the more irritating it becomes, the more it consumes you, and the more risk you are at. Now, let's move on to the 3 most dangerous and ignored signs. And if you've come this far, you already know that the body speaks, but these signs, they scream. The 10th symptom is frequent bruising and bleeding. When the liver fails, it stops producing proteins essential for blood clotting. This causes any blow to generate a huge bruise. Sometimes the person bleeds when brushing their teeth or suffers small cuts that take a long time to stop healing. This is one of the most advanced signs of liver failure and usually appears when the cancer is already in critical stages. The 11th symptom is the saddest and most insidious: mental confusion, memory lapses, and personality changes. When the liver fails to filter toxins, these substances go to the brain. This causes what doctors call hepatic encephalopathy. The person begins to forget names and dates, gets lost in simple conversations, and even changes their behavior, becoming irritable, depressed, or even apathetic. This symptom is devastating, both for the person experiencing it and for those living with the person, and it requires immediate intervention. Finally, the 12th symptom, palpable nodules or masses in the abdomen. When the tumor grows, it can be felt to the touch as an abnormal hardness, a lump. This means that the cancer has already developed to the point of altering the anatomy of the organ, and when this happens, the time becomes even shorter. This is the final symptom, the most serious and often the most neglected, because those who notice a lump in the abdomen rarely think about the liver, and this can cost them their lives. If you have identified one or more of these signs in yourself or someone close to you, don't wait. Act now. See a doctor, ask for tests, and don't accept vague answers. Your health is at stake, and if this video helped you better understand your body's signals, share it. It may seem like just a video, but it can mean the difference between loss and salvation, between mourning and life. You can save a life with a simple click. And if you want to continue learning how to take care of your body, subscribe to the channel. Here, information comes before tragedy. In the next video, we'll reveal 7 scientifically proven foods that help regenerate the liver, even after years of damage. You won't want to miss it. Until then, take care of yourself, and never again ignore the signs your body gives you.